Good morning. In today's session, we'll discuss about lookup object along with cache transformation. But before going to cache transformation, we'll see why you need this cache transformation, in what are the cases you'll implement it. For example, I'm having a requirement in such a way that I'm having a source called as src underscore emp. It is a source object, and one more source is there somewhere called as an src underscore dept. Now, what are the records available in the EMP table? For this EMP table, I want to search for a corresponding department number. That means here I am having the fields like employee number, employee name, salary, commission, department number. So what are the record you are getting from this table? I want to search in src underscore dept. So this table is consisting the fields called as in department number, department name and location. So I want to search in this department table based on department number. I am saying that search in department table based on department number. So if it is existing, I want to capture the data. I need from these two places. I want to get the values something like this: employee number, employee name, salary, commission, department number, department name, location. All these things I need it, and this data I want to put into a destination. So here I am having some destinations in this way: tgt underscore emp underscore dept. This table is consisting the fields like employee number, employee name, salary, commission, department number, department name, location. That means what are the fields you got after search? All the fields I want to put into this table. Same way I am having one more table is there, which is looking like this: tgt underscore emp underscore or dpt underscore sal. This table is consisting something like this: department number, department name, max sal, maybe something like average sal, min sal, and total sal. This is another table. So what is an output you got? That output I want to put into these two tables. So finally what I am trying to say is, search for the department number. If available, complete data put into teacher underscore emp underscore dept along with department number, department name and location, as well as take into another table. Into these two places I need it. So I'm my requirement is get the department number from the source table, search in the department table, get the department from employee table, search in the department table. If available, then take the complete record to tz underscore emp underscore dpt as well as into tz underscore dpt underscore sal. Search for the department number under src underscore dpt for each employee record. If available, then put that record in two destinations, in tgt underscore emp underscore dpt table as well as tgt underscore dpt underscore sal. This is my requirement. Search for the department number under src underscore for each employee record, what you are getting from src underscore emp. If available, then put that record in tgt underscore emp underscore dpt table as well as into tgt underscore dpt underscore sal. So what are the ways are there to implement this? We will try to take a multiple sort of approaches or models, like model 1, how to do this. Maybe you take your source table src underscore emp table, this is nothing but OLEDB source, OLEDB source. So I'm trying to show the multiple ways for this. Next, take OLEDB source, one more source called as an src underscore dpt, and take one sort transformation based on depart number. So I'll say depart number ascending order. Same way here also I'll try to take a sorter transformation, depart number in ascending order. After that, I'll implement a transformation called as merge join. Once I got the data into merge join, as this data should go to two destinations, I'll use multicast, and there I'll try to take OLEDB destination called as tgt underscore emp underscore dpt, and another content is I'll use aggregate transformation. After aggregate, I'll put OLEDB destination. This is a model 1. So what is the table? tzt underscore dpt underscore sal. It is my first source, second source, and these two sources I want to implement join. So for that purpose I am using merge join transformation, but merge join transformations demands for sorted input. That is the reason I am trying to place a sort transformation. So I link first source to sort, same way second source to sort, and this sort we are trying to give as an input to merge join. Same way, even second sort also we are giving as an input to merge join. From there to multicast, from the multicast I am giving to OLEDB destination. Same way from multicast to aggregate, from aggregate to OBIEE destination. This is a total package. It is a model 1. We can design this scenario in this way. It is one form. Model 2. OLEDB source, so what is that means? SRs underscore EMP table, then lookup, so on which table? SRs underscore DEPT. What is an output you got? This one I'll try to take into multicast, and from multicast I'll try to use OLEDB destination for the table TGT underscore EMP underscore DEPT. So I'm giving all the possible ways to do this scenario. Same way I'm using aggregate and then OLEDB destination called as TGT underscore DPT underscore cell. So previously we are model you are implementing merge join. Instead of merge join here we are using a lookup. This is the model 2. Now instead of this model 2 we'll try to go for another type of thing. Even in this format we can implement it. Instead of merge join we are using a lookup. Instead of designing complete thing in a single data flow, maybe you can define as a separate data flows. You can define the same thing in different data flows. So for example, I'm going with model 3. Model 3. So what is model 3 means? Instead of doing complete work in single data flow, I'll try to design as a 2 separate data flows. So I'm creating a first data flow 1. Under this data flow 1, under this data flow 1, I am trying to take something called as OLEDB source called as SRC underscore EMP. Then I am having a lookup object and here SRC underscore DEPT. And then I am trying to take OLEDB destination called as TGT underscore EMP underscore DEPT. So we are trying to load only into the first destination table under this data flow. Now in the similar way, I am trying to create one more data flow to perform the second activity. This entire thing is a particular data flow. Now we are trying to create one more data flow, data flow 2. Under this data flow 2, I am using OBIEE source, lookup. After that, I am using aggregate transformation. After aggregate, I am using OBIEE destination with the table called as tgt underscore dpt underscore sal. So this is a second data flow. This entire thing we are trying to keep within a single control flow. So totally there are two data flows are there. Now these two data flows we are trying to keep under single control flow. So definitely the program will run successfully without any package. The package will run, but when compared to the previous one, this model 3 is not advisable. Why? Means we are creating lookup for 2 times. Means for 2 times the cache will be created. That means unnecessarily you are wasting the system space. So output wise nothing different, but the performance wise this is not advisable because you are creating cache for 2 times. So once I came to know this one, then I thought, why should we create lookup for 2 times? I want to create a lookup only one time, and what is the cache is coming up, that cache I want to use for both activities. So instead of creating cache for 2 times, I thought that to create only 1 time, and I want to use in both data flows. Yes, how it is possible? So that's what model 4. So what is the model 4 means? I'll try to take one data flow, data flow 1 it is, for example. Under data flow 1, I'm using OBIEE source called as an src underscore dept, and whatever the data is coming from this place I want to put in the cache. So here what I'm using means I'm using cache transformation, and I'll put into the local cache. I'll create a local cache For example, I'll give the name as DPT cache. Some name I'm providing for this. So I'm creating something called as a department cache. This is nothing but local cache for that particular package. Once this part is completed, this entire thing is one data flow. Once this is completed, I'll create the second data flow. Data flow 2. And this second data flow 2 is consisting something called as an OLEDB source. Table is src underscore emp. And I want to search, so I'm using a lookup. But now instead of creating on src dpt, what I'll do, I'll search on dpt underscore cache. On dpt underscore cache I'm searching. Once the record is found, then that data I want to put into OLEDB destination. OLEDB destination called as tgt underscore emp underscore dept. This is my second data flow. Once this is completed, I'll try to take one more data flow. I'm trying to create one more data flow. Data flow 3, and here also I'll use OLED source and lookup. But lookup I'm not creating on department table. What is the already the cache is created, that cache I'll use it here. After that I'll use aggregate. Aggregate transformation will use it. After that we'll try to take OLEDB destination. OLEDB destination called as tgt underscore dpt underscore sal. Now here also I'm using lookup for 2 times, just like model 3, but I'm not working on department table directly. So here I'm working with respect to the cache what is created in the first data flow 1. This entire thing I'm keeping in a single location. This entire thing is I'm having in control flow. So I'm creating 3 data flows under the current control flow. So first one is just to create the cache, and second and third one are using that cache. So as they are present within the single package, you can use that local cache. But if you are working with a different packages, then instead of putting the cache in temporary memory, keep in a persistence file called as cached file. Store it as a physical file and use that file into lookup objects. So it is similar to the previous one, but the performance wise this is better because the cache is created for only one time and the same cache we are reusing it. Now data flow 2, data flow 3, these two things should execute after completing data flow 1 only. Because if the cache is not created, then there is no meaning to execute data flow 2 and data flow 3. Sorry. After completing data flow 1 only, the data flow 2 and data flow 3 should run. So what I'll do means these two things, that means I'll make data flow 2 and data flow 3 as one block with the help of sequence container. I'm making this as one sequence container. So with the help of sequence container, I am blocking these two things as one unit, and after that I will ask to execute after data flow is completion, or after successful completion only I will ask to execute the sequence container after successful completion of cache. Now, so what is cache transformation in this example? Already the name itself is representing. It is a transformation object. It is a transformation object used to create the cache, but there are two possibilities. One is temporary, another is permanent. It is a transformation object used to create the cache. It supports to store cache data in two ways. What are those two ways means? First one, local cache. What is the use of it? Can be reused within same package. In any data flow, not a problem, but within the same package you can use it. Second one is cache file. It is a persistence file. It is a physical file and can be used in any package. So if you want to reuse the cache between set of packages, then create the cache file and then use it. If you want to use within the same package means then local cache is sufficient. So as per the previous example, everything is present in a single package, in a single control flow, so local cache is sufficient. But if they belong to different packages, then you have to work with cache file. Then we are taking one more component called a sequence container. What is the sequence container? It is used to bind set of tasks under control flow as a unit or a block. It is to bind set of tasks under control flow as a unit. Next, by default, if you are having set of objects in the control flow means they will work in a parallel mode. Same way, what are the tasks present in a sequence container, they also will work in a parallel mode by default. By default, all tasks present directly under control flow or the tasks present in sequence container will execute parallelly. So they will work parallelly. If you need sequential, then you have to link those objects. If the tasks are to be executed in sequential, then link the tasks and specify the precedence constraints. Specify the precedence constraints.